So I just explained that, you know, I deleted my post because prior to me kind of deleting my post, I was sitting structuring my management team, structuring my business, structuring everything, and kind of feeling like, you know, I always feel like my brand is ranking on potential and it's not getting where I want it to go. And besides that, so I want to take like a different direction and kind of like push for the things that I've always wanted and push for ownership, right? But also I was like, and why is it that my brand has existed from when I was 15 till now? I've always had a job. I've never not had an acting job. I've never not had DJing gigs, even when since I've started DJing. I've always worked with brands. I've always done A, B, and C, but I'm always like ranking on potential. And there's just a brand image that is sent out there about my brand that is not necessarily true. So I had to take accountability and be like, what is it about my brand that displays that kind of image? And then I clicked on my pages and I was looking through it. I'm like, you know, the first thing I notice when I go on my pages, on my social media platforms, I don't take from it that, oh, she's a DJ, she's an actor, she's a businesswoman, she's a smart lady, she's this, she's that. I take pretty girl. It looks more like a pretty girl living a good lifestyle, well taken care of vibes. And I'm like, wow, maybe that's why people associate my brand with a slay queen, an influencer, a girl that's just pretty, because that's the brand image that I'm putting out there. So I was like, okay, I need to change that narrative and control that narrative and put out a narrative that is, one, true, and two, that my brand has sustained for a very long time. So I was like, okay, what do I do? I'm going to rebrand. I'm going to start feeding people the brand image that I want them to have about my brand. That's what you do even when you are running a business, right? So I said, okay, I'm going to put more of my work, what I do. I'm always gigging. I'm going to post more of that. I always have an acting job. I'm going to post more of that. I always work with brands. I'm going to post more of that. I run a business. I'm going to post more of that. So I want to kind of create a business image that allows people to click on my page and know exactly what I do, whether you're from South Africa or not, and kind of like carry that throughout my career's journey. So sometimes, you know, you think, oh, why do people view me like this? Why do people say these things about me? Why do people think I'm like this? But sometimes it's simply because what you put out there, which is your brand image, is what people like receive from your brand or you kind of image. So that's why I was like, okay, I'm going to rebrand and I'm going to like be more intentional about how I post, what I want people to know, what I want to sell to people. Obviously, I won't lose that relatability touch to my brand, which is important, but I'm going to be a bit more intentional about how I post, what I put out there, so that I can attract the things that I want to attract and also carry the brand that I wish for myself to have rather. How much do you get paid per gig? Well, why do people like talking money? I really don't like talking money, especially publicly. I just feel like it's just, it comes off a bit distasteful. Just to talk about, oh, this is how much I charge, this is how much I make, this is how much, you know what I mean? All I'm grateful for is that I am working and I'm making a good living and I am able to sustain my lifestyle and I'm happy and there's growth year in, year out. If you want to know how much I charge, you have to throw an event and book me. So I need to get my act together. And that's another thing I'm like incorporating into this new schedule and strategy of mine, is to have Mondays and Wednesdays. My team now know that I don't work on Mondays and Wednesdays. Reason being is because I feel like my personal life is lacking and slacking. So now I am taking Mondays and Wednesdays to just focus on running my errands, getting my personal life in order, doing things that needs to be done, like the admin that I most of the time don't have time for going to buy things for my house, doing things for myself, taking a breather, spending time with friends and family, and just being, because I spent so much of my time these past 3 years just working Monday to Monday that my personal life took a strain, and I didn't really feel like myself. So now I am getting back into making time for myself. Listen, if I'm booked on Monday or Wednesday for a gig, I will go because it's later on. But I'll spend most of my time on those days just focusing on my personal life. Because if you're not focusing on your personal life, you end up pouring from an empty cup. And I think I need to pour into myself a little bit more from now on, because it really did take a strain on me. Would you like to have kids one day? I don't, like, generally, yes, I would like kids, but I feel like for me, it's dependent on if I meet someone that makes me feel secure, that makes me feel like they will be able to do this they'll still be a good parent. And even if we don't work, I think I would consider having kids if I feel like. But for now, no, I'm focusing on just my career and getting my ducks back in the row. And yeah, maybe in my late 30s or early 30s, I'll consider having kids. But if I don't really feel like I have that strong base with a person, or I don't like maybe get married and have a strong base, I'm okay with not having kids. Do you have friends in the industry? To be quite honest, no and yes. I do have friends with let me think about it. Yeah, no and yes. I do have people that I'm friendly with, and we do have a friendly relationship. You know, we can see each other at events and chill and talk, and we can call each other, ask for advice. You know, when we see each other at gigs, we'll chill, etc. But we're not on a personal level. But no, I don't have friends that I'm very close to and do personal things with in the industry. I always say I'm not friends with anyone, but I'm friendly with everyone, because I have no reason not to be, unless you give me a reason not to be friendly. But I think one of the main reasons why maybe I have chosen to not really make friendships in the industry is because I want to knock off. It's quite difficult to sustain relationship industries without feeling like you're still at work. You know, everything that you do with you and your friend, it becomes a topic. You don't know whether you are overstepping and exposing them into certain areas of your life, vice versa. So it just doesn't make me feel like comfortable, unless maybe I've just haven't been open enough to like make friendships in the industry. But I've met quite a few ladies that are just so amazing in the industry, and they would make great friendships. So no, it's not something that I'm not open to, but it's something that just has not happened due to like my thoughts about it and my feelings that I've had about it over the years. Life is wild. I know, like life, I can't believe we all wake up and we're like, okay, we're going to do this. We are all brave guys, like, wow. And there is a ginga as well. Yo, ginga life uzuti. Marabanye bantu. Experience, experience. Guys, whether you have money, whether you don't have money, life ya ginga. One thing I spoke to about my therapist this week is that what makes life worthwhile, whether you have money, whether you don't have money, whether you have all the materials in the world or not, but what makes life worthwhile is the human connections that you make, because human beings make life worthwhile. You know, the fact that you can have friends, that you can be like, oh babe, you know, I'm just so tired, let's go have a drink. The fact that you can have people that work with you, work for you, that can say, okay, it's fine, we'll make a plan, we'll assist with this. The fact that you can have family members that you can turn to, the fact that you can have a supportive system, and a supportive system is not created by money or what you have. It's created by the human connections you have with other human beings. And that just really hit me. I'm like, it's very important to really build meaningful relationships with people around you, because when it's all said and done, that's where you tend to for your well-being support. Are you at peace? Yes, I am definitely at peace. How? Omonyati, I must stop talking too much and answer the questions. Well, that's what I'm doing. It's just that I'm giving lengthy answers because I want to give you substantial answers. If I answer and go yes or no. Do you always gravitate towards having closer friends? No, actually, I don't have closer friends. Okay, I have one closer friend. Yeah, but I don't. Can I be your road manager? I already have a road manager. You're glowing, sis. It's a glow. It's a glow up. Yeah. Thank you. What are the odds of us dating? Yo. I don't know. The world will have to stop and turn anti-clockwise. And does. Have you ever been to Richards Bay in KZN? Yes, I have. Imagine I start like reading your guys' comments and questions like that. Do you agree that money can't buy happiness? Yeah, I do. Money can't buy happiness for sure. It can buy you things that can make you feel happy at that time. It can make things a little bit easier and solving problems a little bit easier. It can provide you comfort, but it can't buy you happiness. Happiness is a feeling that you somewhat need to make a decision to feel. You have to choose to be happy. There's a lot of things that we all go through, and we could be sad and rally about them and focus on that negativity, but we choose to focus on being grateful, focus on seeing the positive stuff about ourselves, about our lives, and feeling good. And I think that feeling good choice, like I get right, and noma kungekho right kuzoba right, that's happiness. And seeing value in things that are not materials and monetary. The fact that you have family, you have friends, you wake up in the morning, you are fully able, to do things. You've got opportunities, you are trying, then you choose, you know what? I can be happy. I win. So what do you want me to do? Do you want me to get on live and just watch you guys say things? Hi, bo, if you don't want to be on this live, do yourself a favor and exit the live. Guys, abantu bachacharach eva. Abantu bachacharach. Abantu bayadelela. Umuntu adelela khohle ukuthi sonke siyakwazi ukudelela. Just because asideleli thina does not mean ukuthi asikwazi ukudelela. It just means ukuthi sinempatho. You know what I mean? You think before you say things. You treat people with consideration. You're like, oh, would I like to be treated like this? Would I like for people to say such comments to me? Would I like for people to be disrespected like this by me? No. So therefore, I won't do that to other people. Ukudelela kwakho does not say anything about me. Yes, udelela mina, but it doesn't say anything about me. It says a lot about you, because you're the kind of person that finds it so easy to disrespect yourself. It makes me think, how much more in a negative life do you view yourself? Because I don't think a positive person that views themselves in a positive manner will go out of their way to disrespect a stranger for no particular reason. You must be yourself going through so much that you are suffering with that you feel the need to lash that out onto other people. Like for me, when I am disrespectful to a person, it's because they were disrespectful to me, and I treat people accordingly. But my first intention in everything that I do is to carry myself with grace, is to carry myself like in a way that portrays good behavior and consideration for other people, because I have all those things for myself. So think about it, that before you even think of disrespecting umuntu, uzibuze ukuthi yini into enza ukuthi ngimdelele lo muntu for no particular reason. What does it say about me? What does it say about how I was raised? Sometimes just also stop embarrassing your parents. They did a lot to ukufundisa ukuziphatha kahle, ukuphatha abanye abantu kahle. Go out there and display the best part of who you are, and stop also don't allow social media to make you feel like you can just disrespect people and get away with it. Yes, it's fine, it's nice. Angikwazi ukuthi ubani. Even that should count. But just think about yourself. If they were to put an image of yourself, put quality and lay out your qualities and lay out the kind of person that you are and the things that you do, would you be proud of that person? Would you look at that person and go, wow, what an amazing person. What a decent person. What a person to be proud of. And I don't think you would be proud of that. So choose better for yourself. You're not doing it for me. I don't really care if you're disrespectful to me or you're not disrespectful to me. It's the qualities you uphold about yourself. So think about it. Not being able to live out my life like a normal human being and still being a normal human being. You know what I mean? Like, you're a normal human being, whether you're famous or not. But when you're famous, you're just not able to live out your life like a normal human being. So things that normal human being would do, the way they would react, steps they would take to protect themselves, and you lose all that privilege, and your privacy is just insane, and people just have so much opinions about your life and the decisions you make about your own life, for your own life rather. Have you met Cyan Boo? No, I haven't. Why?